I love you, man. If you think you're better than me, you're looking for another thing.
Hello everyone, my name is Jurassic and I bring you the new Hammond collection Lost World Baby T-Rex. And without further ado, let's open him up. Oh, Mattel. Oh, Mattel! You hooked with this one! I love what they did with the Baby T-Rex for Hammond collection. Love this figure so much. Just the articulation, the mold. I really don't have much to say about the paint, but just everything about this little goofy goober is just so damn good. Like, I love what they've done with the Baby T-Rex. And before I go on a 5-minute or half an hour ramble, let's talk about the sculpting. I like the sculpting. It really captures the look of the Baby T-Rex of the Lost World almost perfectly. Like, as if it leaped out on the screen. The nice, smooth, leathery texture it has in the skin, which is very accurate to the animatronic. The nice big pupils it had in the movie. And unfortunately, it did suffer on the teeth. The teeth is just one single mold, unlike in the prototype images where it shows it is separately molded or something similar to the Irritator. But other than that, they really captured the look of the Baby T-Rex very, very nicely. It is nimble, it is small, it is slender. They captured it. They captured it all. Now, my only complaint with the mold is the tail. Like, it is mostly a thick tail, and then all of a sudden it just turns into a little spear in the end. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it had to do with the wiring inside the tail, where it's had to sacrifice the look of it. But if they didn't sacrifice the look of the tail for a Velociraptor, then why the Baby T-Rex? I don't know. Like I mentioned this before, different people work on sculpting, painting, and all that mumbo jumbo, and each team is assigned a different species. So maybe we didn't get a good team when it came to the tail. No offense. But yeah, the molding, it is so good. Now the paint, on the other hand, and not so much good. I'm not a big fan of the paint. Now, granted, the Baby T-Rex is green in the movie, but it's more like of a dark green with a nice little creamy underbelly in the movie. Obviously, they did get the red patches in the eyes right, the patch in the neck right, but everything else just falls completely flat. And it's a shame, too, because they got the colors right. And a set that is most likely canceled because it's not appearing where it's supposed to be, which is a Walmart exclusive, but it is appearing in places like France. And I don't get why a gimmick toy got the more accurate colors compared to a toy that's supposed to be more for older collectors. My guess is as good as yours. I don't know who made that call, but is very unfortunate because the paint job really does not do the mold any justice whatsoever. But I'll give the Baby T-Rex this. It looks so much better than the Amber Collection T-Rex. Oh my god, you guys have no idea how much I despise the Amber Collection T-Rex. So honestly, I see this as an absolute win. Like, it is a necessary sacrifice for a better T-Rex, especially with articulation, because, oh my lord, this boy is full of personality. And I love the articulation of this figure so much. And how about we just talk about it in the articulation segment? I am terrible at segues. Let's go!
Alright, now that we're in the articulation, let's dive into it. And I don't know if I mentioned this yet because I recorded these separately, but I love how just full of sass and personality this guy is. His head can go all the way back that far, and it can go down all that far. And, like, it's so posable. You can basically go give it a freaking embryo pose. Like, it's that articulated. Like, I really have no complaints with the articulation of this guy. Honestly, as you can see, little bendy tail right here, nice and bendy. And the legs, oh my goodness, they are quite deliciously articulated. The arms go up that far and down that far, and obviously have a nice little elbow joint. And, well, the lovable scamp, the mouth articulation. But yes, really just full of personality this little guy is. This is honestly the best articulated of the smaller dinosaurs for Hammond collection. I honestly have no complaints, although I do have a nitpick. Waist articulation, please, Mattel, give me waist articulation. I'll be a very happy man if you would give us waist articulation. Anyway, back to the review.
And yeah, as I mentioned, it is just full of personality, wit, and just everything about the articulation of this figure. So good. Like, it really blows the other bipedal dinosaurs that they've done in Hammond collection out of the freaking water. Like, it makes them, irrelevant in a way. Like, throw them in the trash, rework them. Because, like, I don't know what happened, or I don't know what's going on, but it's like they just keep getting better and better and better. And I think I just answered my own question. It's because they keep listening to our criticisms. No more bigger feet, no more limited articulation in the legs when it comes to the smaller bipedal dinosaurs. Like, this thing is just full of personality, and I just love it. You want to be sleeping? It can go to sleep. You wanted to just hop around? It can hop around like a little Dilophosaurus? I don't know. You pose it the way you want to pose it, and it's a high chance it can get with that pose. You can make it do kung fu for all I care. But yeah, the articulation of this figure, it is unbelievably good in my opinion. And before I get into my final thoughts of this figure, but hey, you can probably guess what my final thoughts are, let's get into size comparisons, shall we? Let's. Here's the baby T-Rex with the Hammond collection in Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor. Here's the baby T-Rex with the Age of Extinction Grimlock. T-Rex is the one and only Captain Jack Sparrow. All in all, Mattel is clearly showing once again that they're listening to our criticisms. The smaller feet, the more articulated legs, the better look of the sculpt itself. It is so damn good. But again, unfortunately, it does suffer in the paint. I cannot let the paint go on this one, because in the prototype CGI images, it looked good. But once the figure started leaking, I don't know what happened during the production of the figure that they had to cheapen the paint. And again, it's kind of unfair that a gimmick toy that is most likely canceled or just in limbo has a better paint job than what's supposed to be a high-end figure, which is very unfortunate, because the baby T-Rex, it is almost there at the finish line of being a 5 out of 5. Like, if it was in a marathon, it could see the finish line, but it can't finish the finish line because, well, metaphorically, it broke its leg on the paint. Thank you, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that joke. I'll be here all week. But yes, it is almost on the edge of being perfect. But is it a bad figure? No, that crown still belongs to the Triceratops and honestly the Gallimimus. And obviously the Velociraptor. But is it a perfect figure? No. It is more in between. It is a super solid figure. It is absolutely worth getting. If you want to go out of your way to get it, I say go out of way to get it. I don't know why it sounded like that. Go out of your way to get this figure. He is worth it, and my final rating for this guy is gonna be a 4 out of 5. Again, the paint job really knocks it down that point for this figure, but other than that, with what you get, which is the T-Rex, the bandage, the belt, like you get a lot for this little guy, and maybe that's why it suffered in the paint department. But other than that, it's a super solid figure, and honestly, I cannot wait to get the Buck Rex to complete the family. Oh yeah, right.